All right, we are live here with our science guy, Rick Crosslin, and
Sure.
Rick, what are we doing this morning? Got 4 minutes here.
These are some lessons I do with our 3rd and 4th graders in Wayne Township. Indiana is famous for natural resources. These are things that nature has given us that we make use of.
Yes.
Like shale, gravel, aggregates, and our roads and our highways. And even like down by Mooresville, we have this abundant layer of shale where we have all these bricks. If you see a brick building, you can thank our natural resources. But more importantly, today we're going to talk about limestone.
And that's probably tied in with Bedford?
This is a Bedford limestone. Now, what makes this so special, it's a sedimentary rock, and it could look like this. Now, this is filled with fossils, but these fossils are rather large. But what makes Bedford limestone so famous is that these fossils were very, very small, oolitic little creatures that about 330 million years ago filled the ocean.
Isn't there a town named Oolitic down
there?
There
is. If you want to have fun with your family, go down to Oolitic or Bedford.
Yes.
Visit the cemetery, because the stone cutters down there have these beautiful, beautiful cemetery headstones, because they have cut this stone. It's called dimensional because you can cut it in almost any shape or carve it. The Washington Monument, Pentagon, here, the Empire State Building. I can take you to the holes where that stone was quarried and sent. So this is very cool stuff.
So is Bedford, in terms of limestone, #1 on the list?
Yeah, I would say so, because this giant layer of rock from St. Louis to Canada, but for about 10-mile swath near Bedford, is close to the surface.
Okay.
Like, it's probably in there.
Easier to mine.
Yeah, it's probably 300 or 400 feet down. So sediments make sedimentary rock. So here's some sediments, and here's an activity I do. And so if you give time, it will settle. If I swirl this up, action of erosion, and you wait, heavy things drop out.
Yep.
And if we could wait 350 million years, which we can't, this is a model that scientists use, you can see the layers.
Okay.
And you'll notice that in science, old things are at the bottom.
Yes.
So as you go down through strata or stratigraphy, the old is at the bottom.
So that's why I'm always at the bottom of the list.
I'm right below you.
Okay.
So
Good.
this is a way to teach kids that. So if we have, this is some fossil sediments, and here's another fossil sediment. Now you notice I put that one down first, and then here's another lettuce sediment, and we'll put another bread sediment, and maybe a cheese sediment, and each of these represent another millions of layers of rock. And we keep going. As you notice, you could do this at home. Take a look at your trash can. The things that are the oldest would be, where do you expect?
At the bottom.
At the bottom. And so, and if you take a look at this map right here, this is a map of some of the Indiana Geology Society has put out survey, and let's get this going here. So we got these down.
That's a big sandwich there.
Well, these are thousands, sometimes thousands of feet deep. Now, I'll put one more piece of bread on here. So we don't have time ever to wait millions of years, but over millions of years, these sediments will settle down.
Compact.
They will compact.
Kind of like a snowstorm, the snow compacts after a while.
Well, this one, you give millions and millions of years, and you notice I laid them down pretty even, but nature's not like that. And so we don't have a million years, but there is a million years. Now let's have a glacier. The glaciers that came through Indiana, they kind of cut things. And you can see these layers right in there. And you can get all kind of things like folding and faults. And with just a little more, how much time?
I don't see any mail.
Just a little, how much time do you have?
Not much.
Okay, so if you cut this, and you can see this on the video I have, and we start to look like Indiana. And then the glaciers come down. Around Cincinnati, there's an arch that pushed everything up. And so things got pushed up around Cincinnati. And if I had a little more time, you can see around Cincinnati we have really old rocks. Here in Indiana, not so old. And Terre Haute, some of the younger rocks. This model, the only thing it's missing is Lake Michigan, which right out there.
Right there.
Lake Michigan.
Right, yeah, that's good. I could go ahead and make that whole thing disappear and it'd be gone in about 2 seconds. So that is fascinating.
It's a model.
More time. It's a model.
It's a model.
Yeah, and we're always learning. In Bedford, that's the place to go for limestone.
Yep.